Spelunky might be my favorite game of all time. It's easily in my top 10. Not only is it one of the best games in my opinion, it's one of the most rewarding ones as well. Whether you're running through the exit at the last second of safety, collecting tons upon tons of treasure, or hitting the jackpot by getting yourself a rare item in a crate or a bunch of bombs from some cranky shopkeeper who may or may not have been killed by his very own weapon just moments ago, you feel rewarded. And why shouldn't you? This game does not fuck around. It's randomly generated so you never know what's coming next. Traps and enemies are all over, and a lot of them are avoided or defeated in different ways, so that takes some time to learn when you're just starting out. Not to mention the bosses, secret items, secret levels, sacrificial shrines that can either reward or punish you, and on top of all that, a ghost that chases you after 2 minutes and 30 seconds in almost every level in the game. You touch him, you're dead. So kinda like a time limit, but even the ghost is avoidable, and can even be quite useful if you're up to the challenge. So how does Spelunky fit into shared content? It's not a game that is very well known for its large selection of mods. Well, it may not have many mods, but it's got the only one that it needs. Frozlunky by Sashavol is just about what every Spelunky addict needs to really turn things up to 11 in Spelunky. Frozlunky adds unranked level seeds, online multiplayer, a level editor, level difficulty, and my personal favorite, an AI combiner. I'm not 100% sure how this thing works exactly, but it somehow combines traits of the enemies and NPCs in the game based on which ones you select in the menu. It's insane, it's absolute chaos, and it's a whole lot of fun when you crank up the difficulty, combine some random AIs, and fight for your life to survive through some of the worst clusterfucks imaginable. So that's going to be the focus of today's episode. More specifically, the difficulty mod and the AI combiner mod. See, here you'll notice some subtle differences in the Spelunky level select lobby. The AI combiner has made it so that absolutely nothing makes sense anymore. That means the mod is working perfectly and it's time to try our luck with some levels. So, spiders? That's pretty normal, except for the way it's sitting up there. Oh, okay, so we've got purple orb shooting spiders. That could make things a whole lot more interesting. The AI combiner can also change the appearance and the hit points of enemies, just to make things even more difficult. Notice how there are way more enemies, traps, and items? That's part of the difficulty mod, which I have turned all the way up for most of this video. What the fuck is this? Why is everything levitating? Was Harry Potter giving out magic mastodon hummers? Yeah, he was blowing prehistoric cavemen, mammoths, and vampires. Now they can fly. Either that, or it could just be the fact that this mod fucks with everything so much that it actually crashes from time to time just because the game can't handle what crazy shit the mod is telling it to do. The mod's like, hey game, you should make 10,000 acid-spitting flying frogs that all fly at the player as soon as they spawn. The game goes, I'll do my best, mod. Then it crashes immediately because it was a crazy fucking thing to ask of it in the first place. Spelunky wasn't built for this shit, but that's exactly what makes it so great. The unpredictability of it all on top of Spelunky's already random and unpredictable nature can be a frustrating treat for experienced Spelunky players. It can also be bullshit. But hey, you gotta take the good with the bad when it comes to Spelunky. So, what other kinds of crazy shit does this mod do to the AI in this game? Let's see. You got these acid-spitting assholes that never take a break, morphing spider fly traps, seizure skeletons, mummies that float, then freak the fuck out when you touch them, and all this shit. Fuck! You could even run into trouble at the level select. Yeah, that's right. The game pulls cheap shit before it even really starts with this mod. Well, sometimes. Sometimes it just spazzes out like some 12-year-old sugar addict that forgot to take their medication. And these dipshits, they even show up in between levels to create more nonsense. He really got the fuck out of there, didn't he? I guess I'd try to do the same thing too if some green ninja came at me with a whip. Yeah, I'd spaz out and fly up into a corner. The thing is, there are tons of different results you could get from using this mod. You could even run into an army of laser bats. They fucking suck, but they can drop a sick beat from time to time. And hey, If you make it past the laser bats and everything else standing in your way, you may even get to ride the volcano to victory. Alright, that's going to be it for this week's episode of Shared Content. I hope you've enjoyed my look at Sashavol's Frozlunky mod for Spelunky. Check the description if you're looking for a link to the mod, and check back next Wednesday if you're looking for a new episode of Shared Content. Alright, until next time.